You're listening to Into the Twilight, an independent, listener-supported show. Subscribe at patreon.com/intothetwilight for monthly bonus episodes, weekly shoutouts, a Patreon-only book club, and more. Thanks for support, and now, on with the show.
Now tuning in to Earbud Media, audio for everyone.
I'll be honest, I don't miss those days of sports where you would have to like fold down a car seat and like try to get in the back. Those are I'll say, as someone with neurodivergent, those were the days I dreaded the most because like, where do you sit? How do you plan for that? And you can't is the thing. You can't plan for those.
Right. And every one of those moves differently. So you don't know which way. It's like, oh, you got to get the seat from this way, from this like 90-degree angle. It's like, can somebody help? Can somebody do this?
And when they started coming out with those where you would try to open the door, but you'd have to wait for them to like automatically unlock it.
Yeah.
No, that shit would keep me up at night. No, thank you.
Why are we inventing new ways to be in a car? We got it. We figured it out kind of a long time ago. I don't want the handles to be different. Why are they inside?
The amount of time that I would stress about trying to figure out whether I needed to like go to the right or the left-hand side of someone's car.
Yeah.
To try and think about where the seat was open. Why? Why did I...
Psychological torture. I can't.
If I start thinking about that too much right now, I'm going to start sweating. So welcome.
We got to move. We got to pivot.
I regret bringing this up. Welcome to Into the Twilight.
Yeah.
We're here.
Your favorite automotive podcast.
Yes. Where we revisit moments that stressed you out in your youth. Aren't you glad you're here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, where we talk about when you were trying to get into the cars of your friends and remembering your locker combination from middle school. Are you stressed out yet?
Oh, God. We got to take just a blood pressure litmus test right now.
My heart is racing.
We're pumping.
How are you?
I'm here. And listen.
Okay.
Listen, everybody.
Yeah.
I know we talked about the traitors already. I know. But
it's been months, so it doesn't count.
It's been months, and also we were being very nice and not doing any spoilers. And I want to talk about spoilers, okay? So if you're not caught up, sorry. Circle back. I'm so happy. I feel like I'm levitating because I love Rob R.
He's so hot.
He's really pretty. He sports an overall. I saw him go through trials and tribulations of his own making and of the makings of others for like 100 straight days on Love Island. I was there with him. You know what I mean? I saw this man go through war.
Yeah, you did the work.
That is a more challenging show than The Traitors, period. I'll say that. That's psychological torture. That's emotional warfare. And to see this man just with ease body these fools to the end was so delicious. When everything was against him and people were clocking it way too late, but people started, and it didn't fucking matter because the plans had already been set in motion.
Correct.
And they kept doing the work for him in a way that he could have just glided to the end. And that's beautiful. I see people online that are a little hot and bothered about it. And respectfully, what show are you watching?
Yeah, that's true.
I never, in my heart of hearts, want to see a faithful win, to be honest. To be perfectly clear.
No.
Because Cerise set the standard, right? And obviously the dynamic was different, but like, that's what I want to see. Because that's what the ethos of the show is. And it's impressive to do that.
It's a better arc for the show.
Right.
And it's more interesting when a traitor wins.
Right. And like, I have all the love in my heart for Gabby Wendy, of course. But like, 3 of those 4 people maybe didn't have to be there at the end with her. You know what I mean? Like, it's less exciting. It's less cool. But I want to see this fucking 25-year-old just like completely just get in there and just bounce on out of there in a beautiful way.
Here's the thing. 3 is still the GOAT in my eyes.
100%.
And that's fine because we don't need to pit queens against each other here.
Right.
I think that Rob had a different game strategy.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
For sure.
The idea of a pinky promise being used in a game like this is really funny.
So
to me.
funny. Bless her heart. You know what I mean?
That's really cute.
Yeah.
It's never going to work, but I do love that strategy.
Yeah.
I think Rob's great.
Yeah.
Listen, Rob has charisma that is very confusing to me.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest, when I saw him on Love Island, at first I was like, well, that's not my type, so I don't get it.
Sure.
But then you watch him for a little bit and it's like, oh no. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
And
Totally.
and I think it's more so because he does the mysterious thing really well.
Mm-hmm.
And he does that thing where a lot of people on Love Island are really overt.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't play it like that.
Right.
And that's really dangerous.
Totally. It's so scary. Like, let's not, like, I don't want to, like, belittle this or anything. It's terrifying what he's able to do. Like, it's really scary.
I agree.
But,
I agree.
That's sometimes you learn something about yourself and your ability to lie so much and so openly.
I agree.
You know?
And to come out of Love Island and be a good person, the bar is really low.
Yeah.
Right?
Totally.
But I think that he's a pretty decent dude.
Yep.
And I think it's interesting that he won. I like it when a traitor wins.
Yeah.
Anyways, congrats, Rob. Don't piss me off.
Yeah. Now this is where the work begins, but I have faith. How are you doing, my dude?
You know?
Yeah. For sure.
Well, so here's the thing. You know I love to get on media late.
Sure.
Listen, I'm not going to make excuses. I didn't want to pay for this movie.
Sure.
So it came out, the Hunger Games movie came out 3 years ago, okay? And every time that I was interested in watching it, and I thought, I'm in the mood to watch the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. It was like, do you want to pay $20? And I was like, truly, go fuck yourself.
Right.
And I wasn't going to do that.
Of course.
And I saw yesterday, after I watched a movie that we were going to do for a podcast, that it was on Peacock. And I was like, fuck yes.
Your time has come.
Finally.
Yeah.
I can finally watch this movie that I'm interested in because I don't want to pay $20 for this.
Right.
I'm not interested. I've essentially seen it already for the past 3 years. I know what's going to happen. I read the book, but I want to watch it
with my own 2 eyeballs.
Right. I want to watch this movie. And I did. And I watched the movie. Little did I know when I woke up this morning that it was going to be more fucking relevant. Anyways, so I finally watched this movie. Again, I already knew what was going to happen. I don't avoid spoilers. I take spoilers in with open arms.
Yeah.
But it's a good movie, okay?
Hell yeah.
Shocking to no one. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
And I liked it. Glad that I saw it. I didn't want to spend $20 on it. I wanted to watch it with my own Peacock.
Sure. Right. It's nuts that it took this long for it to be.
I'm so pissed
on
off.
any availability. It's not $20.
Now here's the thing, right? As I have Peacock through my internet, and I don't pay. I pay for streaming services.
Right.
Very rarely.
Sure.
Was it probably on something? Yeah, but I'm stubborn.
Sure. And that's fair. You got to stand in your convictions, you know?
I'm just not. The last time that we had like Prime for something, it wasn't even available. It was like, oh, this is available. Yes, you have Prime, but it's also $20. And I was like, truly, go fuck yourself. I'm not going to do that.
Totally.
No, I've read this book and I want to watch it when I don't have to pay more money for it.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's a good movie. It's aligned to the book, and I had a good time watching it. I remember when this came out that there was a lot of scuttlebutt about how much singing was in it, and y'all truly need to chill out.
Really?
Respectfully.
I felt that was part of the vibe.
It is. That's literally part of the whole book.
I was going to say, like, that just felt like core to the thing.
Essential, some might say. Yeah.
For sure. So interesting. Okay.
Now that I've seen it with my own eyes after reading the book, it is as gay as I thought it was going to be, which was nice.
Hell yeah.
Choreo and Sejanus, it truly is there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think it's just because of like having a younger audience. I don't know how anyone could watch this movie and be like, damn, Coriolanus is hot and I'm going to make fan edits about him.
Right.
But I think that's also just because I have a critical mind and I use it, you know? But also, I think that people that have blonde hair, this is dyed. I understand that, Tom Blythe. Don't take it offensively. But people that have blonde hair and like very pale skin just kind of naturally freak me out a little bit. So I was like, ugh, no, thank you.
Damn.
Like, you have a buzz cut and you're looking at people like they're prey, and nothing about that it makes me intrigued by you, sir. I did see something last week unintentionally before I knew that this was available to stream, that in the context of this, that Dr. Gall, who's played by the love of my life, Viola Davis, contextually in this would have been born the same year as I am. And that makes me want to throw up a little bit just because, like, what do you mean?
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
But I had a great time. I had watching it.
Hell yeah.
As great of a time as you can with the Suzanne Collins piece, you know?
Totally.
Just because it makes your heart hurt a little bit. But I felt like it was adapted well to the book. I do you remember like 4 years ago when I read this and you were like, I'm never reading that. And I had to convince you and be like, no, trust me.
No, wait.
It's a takedown. It's a takedown of him, I promise.
Yeah.
But I imagine that Peacock got all of the movies because they're trying to do like a promo.
Sure.
For later this fall when the new movie comes out. But yeah, it was good. I know everyone has known that for 3 years, but
it's good to be in the crew now, you know?
Yeah, I knew that, but I'll get around to it, all right? I'll get there.
Yeah.
It's just sometimes you don't want to pay money for something you've already read a book on.
For sure.
I'll get there.
Hey.
We have a weird little smattering of news this week.
We do.
One of which I don't want to spend much time on because I don't know it.
Yeah.
And frankly, I didn't care. Which is that Paul Wesley is entering Apple TV.
Sure.
The universe.
Good for him. On a totally real show that we've all seen called The Buccaneers.
That we all know about.
That definitely has 3 seasons. For sure.
Yeah, it's apparently a period drama, which, okay.
Sure.
The fact that it's its 3rd season feels fake to me, but apparently Christina Hendricks is in it.
Sure.
And apparently in the 2nd season, Leighton Meester was in it.
Okay.
So, sure.
That feels correct for him, you know? When that guy has a beard, you know, he can really be any...
We've seen him in Sepia a lot.
Right, for sure.
Maybe he can do a flashback.
Right. Maybe with different, you know, lighting or costuming, he could really pull a period piece face. I have faith.
I don't know.
Sure.
It doesn't sound real to me, but I trust that someone has seen this show enough for them to get a 3rd season.
Sure. Yeah.
But, okay. You know what?
Yeah.
Sure, I mean, I guess he could do a period drama. But you know what he would probably do really well with, since we've seen him do Evil? Get that guy on Severance.
Oh. Ooh. That could be fun.
Get him as one of the corporate nasties.
Totally. Yeah. I could see that.
I let him be bad.
Yeah.
Okay?
He needs to evil out severely.
I would... If you're going to make him go to Apple, let him just break bad a little.
Sure. Let him cook, you know?
Yeah, let him do a little freaky dance in the corporate sphere. Is that a crime?
Yeah.
But no, you got to put him in fucking period pieces.
Yeah.
Because
it's crazy his trajectory now is just like war guy, cop guy, or like 1800s. That's his whole thing now. It's like, okay,
yeah,
dude, sure.
They've kind of pigeonholed him a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, get your coin, I guess.
Sure.
But also,
there's more to life than this.
There is. I agree. I would love to know a little bit of your thoughts on this fashion corner.
We do. Pew, 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 have a case to fashion corner. It's been a minute. Maybe it hasn't actually. But you know what? It's been a minute.
It's been a while.
Sure. We got this from Elle. Thank you to Elle.
Thank you, Al.
In which K-Stu rocking out here with this like cream butter yellow like bra and pant look.
Hey, you remember when they tried to make butter yellow happen last year?
Yeah, that was pretty tough. That's recession indicator for sure. That's a quick descent into the tradwife fascism.
All the brands were like, you all love butter yellow. Remember when everyone was talking about butter yellow? And it's like, no one asked for this.
A color that is famously good on like 2 skin tones? Yeah, for sure. And even then, it's tough.
No one asked for yellow, this like aged yellow. Thank you, though.
Yeah.
She looks good in it.
She looks good. It's great. She's got we're back in dark hair era. We got a little bang moment. She's got a cool little jacket that's like around. It's just cool that she's just hanging out in a bra, you know? A fashionable bra, but a bra nonetheless.
It looks cold.
Yeah, I hope she's all right. She's got a temp control situation.
Yeah, I think this jacket is also butter yellow.
Yeah.
Like part of the ensemble.
Mm-hmm.
I would be a little chilly, but go off, queen.
Sure.
It's not the worst thing that we've ever seen.
Yeah, the bar is, we've had some bad ones, but this one's fine. This one's decent.
I really like the pants.
The pants
I
are
will
cool.
say that.
The little taper in there, that's fun.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I like it. I will say that usually I wouldn't like this color, but with her dark hair, it looks really pretty.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. It's fine.
Sure.
Good job. What I really want to know is your thoughts on this teaser.
Dude, I'm about to freak out. Okay.
We were just talking about when this was going to come out, and they were like,
they
listened. You have
questions? And thank you for that, because we officially have not a date, but we have a month, which is better than nothing. And that
they said, y'all want Pride Month?
Said, y'all want a gay ass Pride Month? We're gonna drop season 3 of Interview with a Vampire in June, and that's beautiful. But with that, they screen like a little clip from at IGN Fan Fest or whatever, and this, I was kicking my feet. I was giggling out here, because we're seeing Lestat doing fucking iPad FaceTiming.
The balloons,
in the
by the way.
The balloon pop-up. The pop-up of new tickets for Cowboy Carter popping up on the screen. Hilarious. Incredible.
I love to be represented.
Amazing things are happening. No one knows how to FaceTime or talk or anything, and it's beautiful. And gossipy bitch Daniel Malloy is at it again, and everyone's peeved, and I think that's beautiful. I'm really excited.
I was definitely the woman in the cafe shop that was like, you have to put your card in, by the way.
You got to insert it, okay?
You can't tap it.
No.
You can't swipe it. You have to insert your card.
Right. You've been to a store before. We can all...
You're a human, right?
You're a person who walks this earth. You've interacted with these before. You know what they look like, what they do, how they function. This is not unfamiliar to you.
The amount that Louis, by the way, was dragging New Orleans.
God.
Rude.
Yeah.
First of all, learn your history.
Totally.
Respect your culture.
Right.
But was like, oh, you'll love this place. There's no hurricanes. There's no garbage on the street. And it's just like, fuck off.
Yeah.
By the way.
Have a little respect. Okay.
Yeah.
But the folks in the shop being like, listen, Lestat overrated as hell, but like Armand, not ours, we got layers. And the absolute disgust in this man's face is, I could put in a bottle. It's so good.
I cannot wait for the drama. Just the absolute nasty rock star behavior of this season.
It's going to be diabolical.
And that's so
excited.
soon.
Yeah. We're here. We're at the finish line.
June is closer than I would have imagined. I was worried it was going to... Yeah. I was worried that it was going to be like, oh, it's coming in fucking November. June is soon. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
I can't wait. So thank you. We were just wondering. So thank you for answering it.
God, what a treat.
I can't wait to see him with all of his glittery tears. It's going to be a messy summer.
Yeah.
So thank you, Louis. Also, I'm sorry, Louis.
Yeah.
I can't wait for you to learn who Daniel is. You will regret it immensely.
What a time.
I would love to know your thoughts about this week.
Man.
Yeah, man.
We're doing some really funny things here in terms of what was perceived to be a hard boundary or rules or ways the world works. And just being like, what if that didn't really matter? Right? What if that didn't matter? Because we
can do anything, I guess.
We were like, we can do anything, I guess. And they remembered that this episode. They're like, we can just fucking do whatever. Okay. Because this whole time, these last few episodes, Joe's been Rocky training for the merge, and
Right.
she has not been doing well, right? And we learn also that their birthday is not in a month. Their birthday's today. So that stuff.
Sure.
Timeline's a little bit askew now. But it's all good. Joe made a daylight ring. Maybe it works. We haven't seen Elena burst into flames, so hope, fingers crossed, everybody, you know? But so far, Joe not doing it. Too hot. And we get the father coming in. We get like this is your lineage, this is the thing, you need to do this, yada, yada, yada. I won, so like, it'll be cool. It didn't hurt that bad, you know? I just killed my twin and absorbed him. It's all good. And then with the beautiful freaks of nature and freaks of storytelling and narrative, they're like, hey, wait a minute. You know what's pretty funny? Kai is technically still 22, if you think about it. Because he was stuck in the 90s this whole time. So really, he could do it. He could do the merge, and Liv would be like, you know, Liv and Joe can like not be involved or whatever. And they could just do it brother versus brother. And that's so fucking funny. That's when they dropped that, I was like, this cannot be the solution to this problem. What?
They really just said, okay, fuck these rules.
Totally.
And also, it was the most interesting thing that Luke has done.
100%. Like, that at least gave him something to do, right?
Correct. I
He
agree.
wanted to, you know, not be, or like to not blindly follow his father and what he wants to do. And like, we're seeing that being planted. So it is a more interesting thing. Unfortunately, it does what gets him, but it's interesting. But it's just so funny that the show is like, walk with us, trust us. We're gonna get there. And that is the vehicle of transportation. It's like, hello, I guess, like, sure, I hear you. I'm not 100% there the way there, but okay.
Yeah, first of all, the idea that Luke wears a suit to this meeting with their dad is so funny to me.
Yeah.
Also, I forgot just how hot the dad is. Jesus Christ.
It's pretty unsettling.
It's just like, yo. But this was the way that they describe this is very odd, because prior to this arc in the show, the only time that I've heard about this is in the Woo, right?
Sure.
Where twins will like absorb each other.
Right.
And that has sort of become a joke in culture.
Yeah.
But the way that they talk about it, at least the dad anyways, is like, oh, well, he's still here, right? Like, I've absorbed him. And Luke is like, so he died, right? Like,
right.
Let's just like put it out on paper. He died, right? So if we're talking about this, Liv will die. So let's get that out on there. And then their dad being like, taking them out into the alleyway and trying to backdoor. This is so bonkers. By the way, I don't know when you watched this episode, but I watched this last night.
Yeah.
And what Damon was referring to with the celestial event, the Mercury-Venus conjunction, that was happening last night.
What? You had an immersive experience. Whoa.
So I did. I was really like having a 4D theater experience last night.
Damn.
Really funny.
That's so funny.
So when Damon said that, by the way, and I get all of our aspects on my calendar, and I was like, what the fuck? I looked around and I was like, you've got to be kidding me right now.
Is this play about us?
No, literally. Because that's not, it is true. But when they've said celestial event, when I think of an event, I don't think of a conjunction.
Sure.
I think of something a little bit, because in theory, you have aspects all the time. So the way that the dad has said it, I thought that it had to be a little bit more serious than that.
Right.
Because in theory, then you could merge any fucking day of the week.
Right.
Right? Like,
just throw a dart and be like, yeah, for sure, this will do.
We have, if that's what they're considering as an event, then in theory, we have a lot of aspects every day. It just depends on what they're considering. So that was a wild thing for the writers to do, first of all. And then to find out that they're really Luke is really just playing fast and loose with it because he's like, do you trust me? And I thought, oh, he's going to go find a loophole of something else and not just, oh, I'm going to go up against my brother Mewtwo and try to merge with him.
Right, because if I'm strong enough to beat my sister, surely I'm strong enough to beat the guy who just bust out of hell in purgatory.
Right, exactly.
And absorbed all of the magic that's ever existed. Yeah, okay, for sure, dude. Totally. Rip.
I love the confidence.
Right. It's just also when Tyler goes in to like break up the young twin merge and just starts decking the dad. Like
just literally
he starts
just fist throwing.
He's punching him way too many times and for way too long. And so much so that she has to like pull him off and be like, hey, that's my dad. Like, can you stop beating up my dad? Like, I know you're protecting me.
I know you think you're trying to like help because he's a witch, but that is an adult man.
Right. You don't have to like, I don't want you to kill my dad. You know, like you could just like push him off or make it stop. But why are you punching him so many times?
It was such a like Jets versus Sharks moment. It's like, Tyler, you need to chill out right now and read the room.
Yeah. You have a lot of pent up aggression, and I understand that, but let's not take it all out in like many swoops on your girl's dad. Like let's reel it in a little bit.
Tyler was unfortunately the subject of a lot of funny moments this episode.
Totally. Yeah.
Because him getting the phenobarbital.
Yeah.
Him getting Damon in a bad mood.
Mm-hmm.
And then him getting the phenobarbital. And then when Kai wakes up,
dude,
and he just like steps over Tyler.
Kai wakes up and is like, and Tyler is on the ground and he's like, hi. Just like steps over him. It's so good. It's so beautiful.
It was really good. So Tyler didn't do a lot of funny things this episode, but he was the subject of a lot of funny things this episode.
Totally.
That was very good to me. Because if he's going to have to be in the room, something funny might as well happen.
Sure. At least we'll get that out of him, you know?
Right. I agree. I would have, even though this isn't great for our characters involved, I would have been sad if Kai lost the merge.
Yeah, totally. I don't want Luke to be the number one boy in this group.
Yeah.
That's not
a blonde beard. No, thank you.
Shut that shit down. Absolutely no.
I don't.
Ew.
No, thank you. He's having Kai back. I did miss the energy, even though again he is evil. I will agree with you.
For sure.
But it's a different, to me, it is an interesting evil, unlike Klaus, who's scary evil.
Right. And now we're living in a post-merge world. So it's like, what's going to happen? You know, what are we doing out here?
Yeah, how much of Luke will be in Kai? And right now, from what we've seen, none.
Right. Totally.
Because he does come back and he's like, oh, you thought I was dead? That's funny, bitch.
Didn't seem like a fair fight, you know? So I don't think a lot of his facets or whatever got absorbed in a material way.
And they haven't really explained that with the merge. How much of like someone's personality or traits are involved.
Right.
It just does seem like the powers themselves merge.
Right. It feels less of like you're just getting like the good bits of ability and maybe like competence or something. But it would be so funny if it was like a like you find out that he's just like kind of driving the plane a little bit on the inside of his brain and being like, hey, I'm here. Like just kind of like talking to them, being like, I'm just telling you what to do. But I don't think that's going to happen.
No, it feels very much like a fire flying Pokemon kind of thing. And not, oh, Luke is the good angel on Kai's shoulders.
Right, yeah.
I agree. But I did miss having Kai there. Because as soon as he goes into the hospital and he's like, I need a 12-gauge needle. And it's like,
right, buddy.
You don't even know Grace. You might know ER, actually.
Sure. Yeah, that's true.
You might know ER.
Yeah.
But it was just very good for him to come in and immediately be like, I'm running the show.
What happened to hi, how are you? You know, we can do a little pleasantries.
It was very good. Because I think in that moment, Liz was like, you talking makes me want to kill myself. And that was a very good.
She's real as
I
hell
loved
for that.
The thing that I didn't understand about that moment was what was he actually doing to her?
Right.
Was it just, what was the goal? Was he sucking? Was it because she did a full human blood transfusion? So in theory, there was no
Right.
more vampire blood in her.
Right.
Was he absorbing the cancer?
Because was unclear.
She had a heart attack.
Right. And it's like but I think it was also because he did it so fast too that it ended up her being like, oh shit, flatlining, right? But it was like the plan before was like to, Damon wanted to wake him up so that he could save Liv. And then in exchange for doing that, he would have like all the magic for the merge. But like something happens in between that feels like because of the blood stuff and the other things. It's like, wait, what was the chain of events actually in reality? You know what I mean?
Right, because my understanding is that he got magic from that interaction.
Yes.
But I don't know what the magic was.
Right.
Because cancer, dear writers, is not magic.
Right. Right. What was the magic in her? What?
Right.
I'm confused.
So I don't know. I was very confused by that because whatever was happening, I agree, was too much for her weakened system to handle.
Yeah.
So it made sense to me that she had a heart attack.
Yeah.
What I did not get was that process that was happening, but then also how she survived that heart attack.
Yeah.
That felt like a cop-out from the writers to me.
Totally. Because how, right? First of all, how?
No, literally, how? Right.
Because all that we see is like her having these like flashback visions, which feels like, she's going to the other side a little bit. Like you see the tiny shoes and the little baby pictures and yada yada.
Sick and twisted, yeah.
Which is fucked up. And then you see Caroline in the vision as like covered in blood, looks kind of like demonic almost. And she's like in real life, like pressing against her and like her cheek is against her. And then she starts breathing again and wakes up. And it's like, sorry? What?
Right.
What was that?
I don't know.
And like,
I don't know.
They were
I
setting
don't
up
understand.
like they were setting up too for like, okay, this is Caroline is taking a lot of this responsibility on herself, and that's hard. But now also the goalpost changed because then it was like, oh, it's kind of now Elena and Damon's fault. You know what I mean? Like it just kept moving around of things, whereas Caroline is still gonna like hold all of that for herself and her own shame. And even the Damon stuff, which was so sad, of him being like, I compelled you to save her. You're not done. And like, obviously it was like, that's all you can do. That's all he could do in that moment. Is really sad. It's really sad. And
yes,
all of these things were like setting up emotional beats of like, okay, we're dealing with this loss in this way. And then to just like Hail Mary at the end, kind of inexplicably, to give them at least a runway of normalcy, for lack of a better word, of like what it would standard happen in this, of like it's still going to be a terminal thing, it's still going to be this, but like we'll have the beats to mourn and have our last moments and stuff. But it's like, what? We were already there. We've kind of hit the finish line a bunch of times, and then it's like, JK? What?
That's what I didn't get about, because most of this episode was setting it up. Damon having to tell Elena, which was nasty, of like, hey, I don't know if you remember this, but Liz and I are pretty close.
Evil work.
Nasty. But then we also, because we had talked about this a little bit last episode, right, about Colin, and we get the resolution from Caroline's side.
Yeah.
Because we, the audience, knew, but Caroline now knows that Colin, who I remembered his name.
Right. Poor guy.
That she finds out that he wasn't fine and turned into a vampire. But not in the way that we have seen vampires before, where the vampire blood like has returned them to a stasis.
Right.
But he is at, and this is Joe's words, stage 10 cancer.
Yeah.
And he can like hear his tumors growing, which is he's in hell.
Totally.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Right. The way he's describing himself sounds a lot like when you are in those. People say when they're in those like padded rooms and you can like hear your organs moving.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like it sounds truly like torture, right? And we've talked about this a lot in the show that the writers, they love to experiment and harm Black people, like Black characters on the show. And so we see that with Colin where he's trying to kill himself and he's like, I can't do this.
Ugh, it's so brutal.
Like he thought he was in pain before and now he's like, I can't die. Why did you do this? She's like, well, I don't have a good answer for you.
Yeah.
And Damon, usually I would shame him for his being blunt, but in this case it's like finally putting someone out of their misery.
Completely.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, like we don't need to elongate this any more than it already has been.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
He was in an immense amount of suffering in this moment where we've seen a lot of people be turned that didn't ask for it, but this is a time when it was not helping. It was causing more harm.
Yeah.
But I think that what confused me the most about this is that like we see Caroline do something that I don't blame her for, right? She dips out.
Of course. Yeah.
She's going to go plan the memorial service.
Ugh.
And this makes sense,
Yeah.
right? A lot of people are like, I can't do this. I need to focus on something else here. And she's blaming herself. I get that. But it sounds, they are setting this up that Liz is not going to be able to, like, the transfusion isn't working. They're showing her skin is getting yellow.
Right.
She's telling Elena, like, she's worried that Caroline is not going to forgive herself. She's fucking telling, I think, Stefan, too, like, you need to stay with her. Promise me this.
Yeah.
So what do you mean that and people do survive heart attacks. I know that. But in this case, it doesn't make sense.
Right.
For this person and this storyline.
Yeah, completely. And it was already doing so much work to be like, this is how it's going to end. And
right.
Like, it just feels very unsatisfying of like, okay, then what is because clearly the time is up on this in a major way. So it's like, are we going to fake out now and then just do it in a worse way? Like, this was already, the groundwork was laid for this. But okay.
Right. And she was so worried at the end.
Yeah.
And I don't want Caroline to suffer.
Of course.
Here.
Yeah.
But it's also confusing from a storyline that Caroline came in at the end, right? She was so worried about not getting to spend time with her mom. Right. And it makes sense that she would want to distract herself from this, which is very common for people to do in these situations. So for her mom's heart to not to fully stop and her to come in at the end makes sense from a storyline perspective.
For sure.
It's nasty, right?
Yeah.
Painful.
Totally.
Sick and twisted. But then for all of a sudden for her mom to come back, I'm like, for what?
Yeah.
First of all, how? Second of all, for what?
Yeah.
Because we know that the time is still running here.
Yeah.
Or is she magically fixed? Like, what happened?
Right. What's going on? Why there needs to be more than one doctor that works in this hospital.
No, for real.
Also, something that was kind of funny in that interaction was like when it's obviously sad, but like when the heart attack is happening and like Elena's there and like trying to do like chest compressions and stuff. She said, "Stay with me, Sheriff." And I was like,
all right.
That's your friend's mom. That's your best friend's mom. Like, I know that you don't remember how close Damon and her were in terms of friends, but you still like know Liz. You still know her.
Yeah, you didn't get your memories erased of like having grown up with Caroline your entire
life, like, was very much a stand-in mom sometimes in relations. Like, Sheriff, what do you mean Sheriff? Like, hello?
Yeah, in this moment, of crisis, is like, Mrs. Ford? Like, what the fuck?
I just thought that was so silly. I'm like, why would Elena say that in this moment? I know it's like the emotions are high and everything, but like, come on, man. What?
That's Liz.
Yeah. Her job title? That's what we're doing? That's what we're picking? Okay.
Stay with me, nurse.
Yeah. It's like, okay.
Stay with me, cake boss. Like, what the fuck?
Not cake boss.
I also, it's not funny, but I did like in that moment that Damon was like, can we get a real doctor? Is anyone around? Hello?
Is there a doctor who's not a witch who was going to figure out twin stuff? Can we just get like a medical professional here?
Is there someone that's licensed around these parts? Hello?
God.
He was so annoyed.
Yeah.
And I don't blame him, to be honest with you. Because he just came in after getting his neck snapped from Kai.
Yeah.
And was like, hello? What is happening? Also, no shade, but where's Rick?
For real. They kept saying like he was on a vacation. It's like, hey, man, I think at a certain point you got to realize that you can no longer take a vacation or go anywhere ever again. You kind of got a full-time
him and Jeremy just like on a guy's weekend? What's up?
Are they doing boy stuff? What's happening?
Yeah, I don't get it.
We are already losing adults at a rapid rate here. You know, we cannot afford to lose anymore.
Maybe him and Jeremy and Rick just went like on a guy's night or something.
Maybe.
Where, like, all the humans need to they needed some time away.
They need to blow off some steam. We're like, I can't do this right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that I obviously went into this episode mentally preparing that Liz was going to go.
Uh-huh.
Especially when the photo that I saw was Caroline at the vending machine, right? You see a hospital vending machine, you're like, oh, well, this isn't going to be good.
Totally.
So to have this be that Liz is presumably fine,
mm-hmm.
and Luke isn't, is not what I expected.
Yeah.
Out of this episode. I'm also bummed that we got some of the most interesting character beats out of Luke right before he died.
Yeah, we finally got something out of him, and I said, nope.
I know. But I'm also just kind of worried now because if we got something where this episode was giving us a pretty good, not a satisfying arc for Liz's character to pass away.
Yeah.
Again, I don't want it.
Right.
But they were leading us towards it in a way where as an audience member, I was going to be satisfied with that conclusion.
Right.
Then if this inevitably happens, then what are they going to do that's going to piss me off?
Right.
Because I know this show, they don't like moms. So what's going to happen here? Because they talked about moms this episode. I wrote it down.
Right.
That Stefan's mom got sent away by Giuseppe.
Yeah. Just the little lore drops from Stefan. It's like, hey, what? Okay.
Yeah. He just casually was like, oh yeah, my dad, who we know, Giuseppe's a little shit, but he didn't like that my mom was sick, so he sent her away. Oh, that also reminds me, because Stefan was barely in this episode.
Right.
But I have another reason to be pissed off at him. I forgot, because it really was only like one episode, maybe two, that he was a paramedic.
Oh my God, yeah.
Why the fuck did he not make it stronger of an opinion to Caroline that obviously vampire blood does not cure cancer?
Totally. And the fact too that he's talking about it in a way that like totally undermines any of the goodwill he had of being like, well, I didn't want to, tell it to her face and like break her heart. And it's like, motherfucker, do that. Like, what are you talking about? Is this better? Is this alternative better? What is the flippancy?
I know this is only for doctors, but I thought that it also kind of worked for other people in the medical profession, but do no harm.
Yeah.
Homie.
For sure. Come on, man. Grow up.
So weird. I guess it's kind of important from this episode, but Damon and Elena did kiss.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. I do appreciate though that Damon's out here trying to like 51st dates her of like
He was.
He's like, oh, I got a cool idea for a date. We can like go see this like boring French movie and we can like make fun of the hipsters and like make out, da da da. And then she's like, okay, that sounds good. Wait a minute. Is that a date we've literally already had before and I just don't remember it? And he's like, oopsie. Sorry. But yeah, it just feels very like, I don't know. It's hard to kind of root for a Damon and Elena right now because it's like many parts of the relationship have been things outside of their control or agency, and that's tough. And in this particular, it's like, will it feel ever as good as it did? Probably not, you know? And especially when there's just already an imbalance of how much context one has and how much one does not. And so it's like, okay, but like, if you guys want to just start from where you left off, sure. Let's see how that works.
It was just a really strong lens flare. Totally. And it was nighttime, so I was confused.
Sure, yeah.
But, okay. I think there are a little bit more important things happening right now.
For sure.
But go off, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I think that of the relationships, I'm not mad at it per se.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still a little bit confused why they're trying to force Stefan and Caroline's hand.
Yeah.
But whatever. I'm not happy about it. I'm just confused.
Totally.
Primarily. That's the main thing. I know that next week is one that I'm personally a little bit curious about. Mainly because when I looked at the photo for it, that does look like Bonnie's bear.
I want some resolution on the bear immediately. What's going on?
I agree. So it is episode 13. It's titled The Day I Tried to Live.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been a while since we've had Bonnie, so I'm hoping that we will get some Bonnie back
please.
If that is in fact her bear.
Yeah.
Please and thank you.
And get that bear away from Stefan. He does not know how to treat that bear.
No. And away from Kai, because he does not need more magic.
That's for sure.
On there. We have some amazing patrons to thank. Do you want to start us off?
Absolutely. Thank you to Lauren Cullen.
Ooh, thank you to Zoe Forks.
Ooh, thank you to Vanessa Swan.
Ooh, thank you to Greg Lotner.
Oh, thank you to April Dobrev.
Ooh, thank you to Vivi Salvatore.
Ooh, thank you to Megan Pattinson.
Ooh, thank you to Katya Cart.
Ow. Thank you to Genevieve Morgan.
Ooh, thank you to Danielle Burke.
Ow. Thank you to Janae Bennett.
Ooh, thank you to Rena Zeklos.
Ooh, thank you to Emily Ozera.
Ooh, and last but certainly not least, thank you to Jaylene Ivishkov.
Pew, pew, pew.
So I did not realize when I pulled that Apple TV piece that it would in fact have Leighton Meester in it, but this works out really well.
Beautiful
I have
symmetry.
a fan fiction for you. This is by the author Sophie Petrova, and it is titled Dark Crown Heiress.
Ooh.
The summary is it says in big all caps, this ship is for Blair Waldorf and Jeremy Gilbert. After her divorce from Louis, Blair Waldorf lost practically everything. Part of her fortune, her friends, and her reputation. When she inherits the mysterious Wilmot Mansion in Mystic Falls, she's drawn into the supernatural world that she never knew could exist. Surrounded by vampires, witches, and ancestral secrets, buried for centuries, Blair must learn to survive in her new world and prove that not even the supernatural can stop a true queen.
I'm obsessed. That's everything. Yes.
We know that he loves to be bossed around. So I imagine that this pairing works out really well.
I see the vision. I see it with clear clarity.
I do see it as well. Well, my friends, tell your friends about the show. Tell your family about the show. I am very excited to be able to celebrate Mr. Rob winning the Traitors.
Oh, yeah.
And as we say here, in the Pacific Northwest.
Get bit.
Ooh.
Ow. You've been listening to Into the Twilight, an independent production by Earbud Media. You can support the show by subscribing to our Patreon at patreon.com/intothetwilight, or rate and review us on your favorite podcast app. You can send us a backstory or a fanfiction at intothetwilightshow@gmail.com. Our music is by Eli Krause, and our art is by Maddie Padilla. You can find me on Twitter at Cody Corral and Allie at Many Are the Stars. Thanks for listening.
You've been listening to Earbud Media Production. Earbud Media, audio for everyone.